Welcome to Points in the Paint on Stadium, or Stadium's NBA show, NBA podcast. I'm Ben Wittenstein.
You know who I am, Zach Badgerhouse, always in the house being. NBA, baby, we are here. They going crazy right now in the league.
Yeah, the league's going nuts. The games are really fun. We've got some fun winners, some fun losers. The league has been, honestly, one of the best starts I've seen for the NBA in a little bit of time. It seems like a lot of evenness, a lot of parity going on.
Yeah, because you got teams that are beating teams they probably shouldn't beat.
Yep.
And then you got teams that are expected to win. They're losing. So it's been a cluster for sure.
Yeah, it's been fun.
But it's been a cluster.
It's definitely been a cluster. Well, you can find us on all of our socials that you see on the side of your screen. We post clips. We're a podcast. We're on Stadium. We're everywhere, and we want to shout out our guy, Evan Walter, as well, running the sticks. What do you call the ones and twos?
Yes,
the ones and twos, so appreciate that. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about on the show today. We got new court designs. We got Wembanyama. We got Harden. We've got who's been playing well. Lots of stuff going on. But let's start with what happened, the biggest news this week in the NBA.
The dust has finally settled.
Yeah, James Harden is on the move. He's going out west. Going to the Clippers, was in a trade with the 76ers.
Yeah, I know I told y'all he was going to be a 76er. He was going to remain there until February at least. That was not.
Too bad we don't have the tape. We can run that back.
Right, that was not the case whatsoever.
I think I said Clippers.
You did.
I think I said Clippers.
Or China.
Or China.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
might have said play it in China.
It's their time. The end of the season. There's still time. The Clippers get him, though. They gave up a lot of role players for him.
Did.
I really like the trade for Philly. But Harden, though, what's his impact going to be? Because that's what the question is going to be. We know Harden now has turned more into a passer. He's more of a facilitator than he is a scorer. I've seen a lot of people still calling him a top 25 player at his best. I don't know if I agree with that, but he comes to a Clippers team just filled with stars.
Filled with stars. Obviously, Russell Westbrook, former MVP, Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP. Then you got Paul George that's looking to add some hardware to his accolades. But I just think, honestly, man, wholeheartedly, I believe this is an AAU team. I'll just keep it 100, man. This is an AAU team.
Clippers are an AAU
This is
team.
an AAU team because all these dudes done played around each other in some form of fashion in LA growing up. So they all have been paying attention to each other throughout their entire careers, even dating back to high school.
Yep.
All four of them: Kawhi, Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. And so now it's a real cool, cute LA story, you know. And
I mean, you got Harden and Westbrook back together. They had the nice lovey-dovey hug in the locker room. And
you see the video, right? Terrence Mann, not pleased.
He's just
not pleased with the James Harden trade.
On his phone, texting people, can't believe this guy's here.
Yeah,
what am I going to do?
What is this? Taking all his take all his minutes in production away. I feel bad for Terrence Mann, man. It's all right. Free Terrence Mann.
Free Terrence Mann. Well, it's interesting because we record on Thursdays, Wednesday night, Lakers-Clippers. Lakers came back, won that game. It was an exciting game, went to overtime, and now the Clippers have 4 days off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They don't play until Monday.
Yep.
Theoretically, Harden's debut could be Monday in the Garden against the Knicks.
That's kind of crazy.
Theoretically.
He could go out there and get a triple-double in his first game with the Clippers.
That's what he's targeting.
Go out there and get bruised and beat up by Tom Thibodeau's led New York Knicks.
I think that was what's going to happen there. I'm very interested to see if this is the game where he comes back. He makes his debut on the road against a tough team in the Knicks. It might be a disaster for James Harden, and he's going to have to get used to playing with Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. He's played with before, but he hasn't played with him in a while. And then kind of getting used to the flow of this Clippers team that is going to be coming off an overtime loss against the rival Lakers.
Like you said, they get 3-4 days off, so that'll give them time to get them implemented into the lineup and get them all set. But I really think wholeheartedly though, James Harden with this team, I don't think it really moves the needle one way or the other.
No, I don't think so either. I think it makes them worse because you look at the players they got rid of. They're good role players. You need role players to make a run. And for them to just get rid of all their role players for a guy who has not done anything come playoff time. I mean, this is a guy, if things aren't going his way in the playoffs, he starts pouting. He starts not shooting the ball. He just takes himself out of the game. You put him on a team.
Like 4-on-5 out there.
Yeah, you put him on a team with a guy like Russell Westbrook, who's so streaky that he may have a couple playoff games where he scores 5 points and turns the ball over 10 times. Kawhi Leonard, who knows if he's going to be playing in the game. And then you have a guy like Paul George, who, again, a little bit more injury prone, and he's probably the most reliable guy that the Clippers have at this point. So how does he fit?
You do always mention this. I want to say this. You do always mention this, though, Ben, when it comes to James Harden, how he's able to distribute the ball very well. Yeah. He's been averaging 8 or 9 assists. It led the league in assists at one point as well. He has 2 assist league leaders in his career. But I do want to say that I heard on the TV last night during that game, and they were talking about how Kawhi and Paul George are generally usually in the situations where they have to do a lot of ISO ball, and so it's going to allow James Harden to be able to go out there and get them open shots and get them better looks on offense. So we'll see if that actually happens when James Harden gets out there, but that's the narrative, at least, that they're throwing so far, is that James Harden's going to help this team in terms of getting everybody involved.
Very interesting. We want to hear from you. We have a submission page here at Stadium to voice your opinions. The link is below us. Yeah, we want to know what you think of the Harden trade. How is he going to fit in? Does he make the Clippers better? Does he make the Clippers worse? I think he might make the Clippers worse, but we'll have to see, and we want to hear your opinions.
Disagree with Ben, let them know why.
Yeah, your videos and your comments will appear on the show. We'll put them on. We'll put them on Points in the Paint. They'll be on Stadium, and you have a chance to win a prize as well. So you might as well do it. Let us know what your thoughts are on James Harden.
But Joel, though.
Joel. So we're talking, we're going to Philly, back to Philly.
Yeah, man. What are they going to do? What is he going to do? Will he end up requesting a trade? What's that going to look like?
I mean, you talk about a guy who doesn't show up in the playoffs. I'm talking about Joel Embiid. You got two guys that don't show up in the playoffs. One goes out to L.A. and the other guy stays in Philly. He's good enough to win the MVP. Come playoff time, he doesn't do anything.
Not too much. Simmer down. Simmer down. I know you want to take shots at my boy Joel after winning an MVP. But I think this is going to be a new reset for him and Tyrese Maxey. I think either they both have to elevate their game. Tobias, I'm checked out on him. Like,
really? He looks like he's trying hard this season.
I don't think he's going to be able to produce the way that we like for him to as someone who would root for Philadelphia. I don't think that's someone who's honestly going to be productive the way that he think he is in his mind. I don't know if you heard the comments over the summer. He think he's everything, Tobias Harris. So until he's averaging 25, 7 and 7 or something like that, I'll just move on.
You're out on him? Yeah. Do you really think Joel's going to start? Like, I got to get out of here.
He might.
It's my time too. I need to leave.
I don't know if you saw that picture, but there's a picture going around where there's like him in the middle, and then there's like James Harden and Jimmy Butler and all these Ben Simmons and and Markelle Fultz, all these dudes he's played with that are no longer on the team. The process is still processing.
I mean, that list of names is not a great list of names. I will say that.
Other than maybe Jimmy
Fultz. Markel's, but when he was there, he was hurt.
When he was there, he was hurt. But it was Philly's fault. They messed his shoulder up. It was. They messed his shoulder up.
Philly's got to get rid of Embiid. You heard it here first. You heard it here first on Points in the Paint. Before we end the segment, Victor Wembanyama, we got to talk about him. Everyone's talking about Wemby. Wemby watched the WW. He has had some good moments. He's had some bad moments.
Bad moments only like foul trouble, really.
And turnovers. People making a lot of money off his turnover total. It's gone from 1.5 to 2.5 to 3.5.
Sound like you over there cashing out.
It's a little rookie right there. He's turned the ball over. But honestly, I've been impressed. I've been impressed with what he's done.
Like I said before, we obviously didn't pick him for Rookie of the Year, but it just looks like he may run away with the award. I mean, he's playing well, and he's playing well against good competition like the Phoenix Suns. They go out there and get that game, take it away in the final seconds of the game, too. I was very pleased with the outcome because I thought KD was just going to take it to that young Spurs team. He was just going to show the young buck, I know it's idols become rivals. I know I'm your favorite player, but I got to show you this.
I got to show you what I do. And he had a good move on him, and I really respect it. But Wemby, I was watching his post-game interview, too, with, Chuck and Shaq and all those guys and Ernie. He's smart. He's a smart kid. And I don't think English is his first language. He's very mature. He's thoughtful, and he's only 19. I think I wasn't super in on Wemby to start the season, but man, I'm really liking him now.
Yeah, sky is the limit. So don't go nowhere. When we come back, we're gonna tell you who's been balling, and we're even gonna talk about those courts too, Chief. We're gonna talk about those courts for
we got some fun court talk.
So don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Points in the Paint. He's Zach. I'm Ben. We got Evan running the sticks. There's a lot to talk about. It's been a fun start to the NBA season.
First 5 games, first few games.
Yeah. Yep. And there's a lot of people who been balling.
Yeah, they've been balling. Who been balling?
Who been balling? There we go. I think I said that right. So it's time for the segment, Who Been Balling?
Who's been balling this season so far through the first 5 games? And
got one from the East, one from the West.
One from the East, one from the West. And I just want to start off with the East, man, and show my mans, if you've been paying attention to Points in the Paint, and if you've been following this side of the association, then you know the player I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's Cam Thomas. Those first 3 games, he put on a clinic.
He's been good.
Averaging over 30.
Not a great one on Wednesday. Not a great one on great time to fade his player prop.
Yeah, but the first 3 games of the season, he dropped 30. Then he had a little rough outing, but he averaging like 28 through the first 4 games of the season, shooting the ball well over 50% in the mid range. He's working that midi. You know how I feel about the midi. He's working that midi for life, baby. So Yeah, man. Cam Thomas has been
He's
balling
been
for the
good.
Brooklyn Nets.
He's
and I
been
love
fun.
it.
And we saw that last year. We saw flashes of what he could do last season
Yep.
for this Nets team. And I think they've been banking on him to take that next step.
Yeah.
30-plus games multiple times. That's a star in the making, honestly, for something like that.
And I saw former players really saying how he needs to really get into that starting lineup because Cam Thomas right now is coming off the bench.
Well, listen, if you're scoring 30 off the bench, maybe you should keep coming off the bench. I don't know if you want to change anything at that point. I'm sure he wants to not come off the bench, but if it's working, it's working.
Who you got?
I'll stay in the East.
Yeah, who you got?
Should we stick with one of the guys who I was high on to start the season?
I really
in the
love
East?
the fact that you picked this player too.
Cade Cunningham.
I'm really
action.
happy you picked him.
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit
Cade
basketball.
Cunningham.
There you go.
I think he's been playing great. You see his stats there. He's over 20 points a game. He's shooting the 3-ball really well,
which is improving.
Yeah, it's an improvement, which is huge for him. He needs to start hitting those threes consistently, and he's taking a lot. The volume is high as well for the 3-point shots. So he's been a big reason to me why the Pistons are
look good early.
Yeah. They might not win a lot of their games, but this isn't the season for them. We talked about to start the podcast a couple weeks ago. We're like, what teams are a year away from being a year away? That's the Pistons. And it's a big reason because Cade Cunningham is just such a good player right now. This is the type of player we expected coming out of college.
Number 1 overall pick.
Before he got hurt, things like that. And he's just playing so much better. He's playing free. I mean, I think he knows this is his team. This is my team. This is my team. I need to take advantage. I need to be a leader. I got to score. I got to be the main guy. He's got a good cast of characters. Jalen Duren's been a really good center for that team.
Pick and roll action.
I like Cade, man. He's had a hot start to the season. And I bet the Pistons tonight on Thursday. So when this comes out, hopefully I'll be a winner.
I hope so too. But take it back out west.
Go west.
One of Wemby's teammates.
Oh,
that's probably not getting enough love and enough recognition.
He's been on national TV a lot, though.
He has. Not named Keldon Johnson, but my man Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
Florida State guy.
Big money guy.
Big money guy.
He's had a big extension.
He did find a big extension. Yeah, but I like what he's been doing for the Spurs quietly, 20 points a game, shooting the ball well again.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before with Cam Thomas, he's shooting the ball well, Devin Vassell. And I'm just very pleased with the fact that they're competing and competitive in these games, being the Spurs are competitive. Like that can really end up being a league watch, league pass watch team.
Ooh,
for real, honestly.
we add them? So it's a list that we can add and take away, right?
Maybe add them to the list because honestly, the Spurs have looked so good early on right now, these first few games to start the season. And Devin
better than
Vassell
we expected.
Has been playing well, getting to the rim, attacking with aggression. Like, I like it.
And that's something the Spurs need, that type of player, because all the attention is eventually going to be on Wemby in a couple years. You need a guy like Vassell who can score a sneaky 20 points, go off for 25 points. Because if that happens, teams are going to be in trouble because they're not going to know what to do with Wemby, and then they're going to have this other guy they're going to have to deal with. So he's been a really fun guy to watch. I've been impressed with how many times the Spurs have been on national TV. It has to be more than they were last year in total.
Facts already, already.
They're going to be America's team by the end of the year. All right, I'll go with my West player, and it's very unoriginal, but it's also a little bit surprising to me. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it's LeBron James. The man's almost 40,
I ain't
guy.
Mad at it.
The man's almost 40
years
years old. He's almost averaging a triple-double still. And you watch the game against the Clippers, Lakers-Clippers on Wednesday night. The guy was unbelievable. He didn't look like he was 39 years old.
It's funny you say that because I wasn't pleased with that team and how that game ended.
Yeah,
it went to OT. Yeah, they won the game.
They gave up a lead.
They gave up a lead is what I was mad at.
Yeah.
So everybody's praising Bron for that great performance, which it was a great performance.
It was a great performance.
Year 21, Bron.
Dude,
no question.
I mean, you look at his stat line, and I'm bringing it up. It's 35 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. By the way, 42 minutes. 42 minutes. It's October, and he's 39 years old. He's playing 42 minutes in a game. Like, this guy, LeBron may never leave the NBA. He may play till he's 60 years old. He's going to be averaging a double-double. He's going to be shooting decent for three.
Bronny's son going to be playing.
Yeah, Bronny Jr. is going to retire before LeBron retires. This is what's going to happen. Like, he's a freak.
So Bronny's son is going to be out there.
Yeah, Grandpa LeBron,
Grandpa
75,
LeBron.
dunking. Like, it's going to – I don't see him – this nothing here indicates that LeBron is close to retiring.
Yeah.
Slowing down 42 minutes.
I love it. I know you saw the picture against the Kings where he, took off.
Yeah.
And he looked like he did his rookie year.
Dude.
They put it side by side. Ain't no slowing down for Bron. It's amazing.
$1 million a year he spends on his body. He's Benjamin Buttoning right now. He's going back in time. Whatever money he's spending is completely worth it because this guy's going to be in the league for another decade. averaging a double-double. And he's been starting this season great. And I know every single year, this has been like the past 3 years, we talk about, all right, LeBron's going to take it easy to start the season. He's going to kind of ease his way in.
Here we go. Boom.
Dude's
Almost
42
40.
minutes playing in overtime against the Clippers on October. It's November 2nd. Whatever it is, this is an early year. So I've been impressed with LeBron.
Yeah.
And honestly, the way LeBron has played in his career, the fact that we're still impressed by what he does, and that's a huge testament to how well he's been playing.
21. You're 21, man. You're 21.
It's really insane. All right, before we go, talking a little trouble out west.
The Beam Team.
Little Beam Team action. Little Sacramento Kings.
It's a little rough right now. I don't know what's going to happen. And they're coming off a loss.
What's your worry with them? What's your worry?
Well, De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
Sprained ankle out indefinitely. Who knows how long he's going to be out?
It's a little tough.
A month. It may be 3 months. It may, who knows? With sprained ankle, it could be high ankle sprain. So you just never know the scenario. I will say this, though. And this is kind of a conspiracy theory. You tell me what you think.
Okay.
But De'Aaron Fox did sign with Under Armour.
Okay.
Steph Curry Under Armour, to be exact, under Steph Curry's line.
Okay.
They play each other at least 4 times out of the year.
Right.
What were you trying to do there, Steph Curry? You trying to get my man some of your shoes so he can go out there and, you know what I'm saying, everybody can't play in no Under Armour. He was just coming off playing in Nikes, no problem.
Now he gets hurt.
You know what I'm saying? You got ankle problems, Steph. You didn't have ankle problems in your career.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Rocking some Under Armour and all of a
That's
sudden.
some real guerrilla warfare right there
from
from him.
Spraining his ankle wearing Under Armour. Well, what's up with that, Steph?
I think you're
doing?
I think you're a little too deep in the in the storyboards there and in the chat rooms, but I guess it's possible. They had a really fun game. I think the Kings could still make their way through this injury, but it's going to be tougher. Because De'Aaron Fox makes that team run.
Too, bro. Yeah.
I know. I mean, you got Sabonis. Keegan Murray's been improving, which
they
I really like.
They put Davion Mitchell in the lineup. That's a good defensive guard, but I don't know if he could push that tempo like Fox.
No, I don't think so either. And Harrison Barnes still missing threes, so he's the same.
So hopefully the Beam Team gets it together. But on the other side of this break, we're going to rank these courts.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be colorful.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be colorful, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Points in the Paint. It's a celebratory weekend, Zach. We got the first
ever
in-season tournament games.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
You got to get excited. You got to get ramped up. Turn me up.
The NBA wants us to get excited, so I'm going to get excited.
They got jerseys.
Yeah, and they got courts.
They got courts. And we're going to show you some of those courts. We're going to rank some of those courts.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have Evan over here give us his courts. He picked 5 courts.
I did.
Thank you. And we're going to have to rank them. And we're not going to know what courts are coming up next. So hopefully we come up with a good ranking system. We want to have our list 1 through 5 be good, okay. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. But what Evan's going to do, he's going to show us 5 different courts, and talk about them, and we're going to rank them without knowing what comes next.
All right, bet.
So, Evan.
All right. So here we go, guys.
What do we got? I'm excited.
The Indiana Pacers.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
You didn't see the Pacers one?
I didn't see the Pacers one.
The color's pretty cool. Yeah. I like the really loud blue.
The loud blue is what got me,
I wish they could write some stuff on the sidelines, though. Yeah. I know some of the courts wrote some stuff on the sidelines.
But I like that blue.
That color is nice.
Yeah, I like that blue. That blue.
So
they don't even have those color jerseys, but I like that blue.
How much do you like it? Because we have to rank 1 through 5. So is this going to be a 2? I feel like there's a couple more courts that are better than this.
Well, let's find out.
So what do we do?
I saw the Pistons.
Well, we have to rank
them. Put in 1 through 5.
You want to do 3?
Yeah, we can do 3.
All right, let's do 3 for the Indiana Pacers court. I think that's good. I like the
somewhere
Indy,
in the middle. Yeah,
the Indy logo is cool with the blue and the black and the white.
Okay.
Good. All right, we'll put 3. I like it. Good choice.
All right.
Second one. See if it comes up. We're ready.
I saw this one. L Valley. Yeah, I saw this one.
Nice purple.
This one's nice. I'm a big fan of colorful courts. If you're gonna make these courts unique and fun, make them colorful, make them vibrant.
I like the purple. I can get with the purple. At first, I was on the fence with the purple for the Phoenix Suns in the court.
I'm scared to make this 4 because I don't know if it's 4. You think it's better?
If it was orange, I probably would have been 4 with it.
Oh,
if it was
that
orange,
blue,
I probably
though, that's a nice mesh.
Yeah, I guess the purple off the blue is pretty nice. I'm probably gonna put it at 4 though. I'll put this one at 4.
We should put 4?
Yeah,
all right, we'll put 4. This is not good. Our list is gonna. We better have two more that are better than this. We better have 2 more that are better than this.
All right, guys, you ready for the next one?
Bring them up. Yeah, bring them up.
The Toronto Raptors.
No,
that's super basic.
No,
it's super basic.
the We the North I like.
Who drew that? No, because who drew that? Someone.
5-year-old.
Little black and gray
somebody
action.
drew that.
It looks like, a little black and gray. I'm not a big fan of the black and gray. I'll be 100% honest. 5? Is this the worst court we've
That's the
seen?
worst one.
This
It
is the
can't be
worst
1 or
court we've
2.
seen?
Yeah, it can't be 1 or 2.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
put it at
Okay,
5.
I guess we have to put that at 5.
All right.
Oh
Next
man.
one.
So the next 2 have to be
Fire.
yeah.
The Spurs.
Okay, I
Yes,
like this
yes,
one. I can
yes,
get
yes,
with this one. The little
I love the
tealish
Spurs,
green. Yeah, I like
That's like
that.
a throwback to San
Yeah.
Antonio. It's got kind of that thoughts. It's got the different color Viva Spurs, and you have all the different color palettes. San Antonio's typed out really cool.
Yeah, so I like that. I can get
I
with
like
this.
this.
I like.
Is this-
I like.
so is this the
I like the
best?
San Antonio. Well, it depends.
I'm scared.
That
I
last
got
one
one
was
for
gonna
you
scare
after
me.
this.
That's
I
gonna
think
be
we have to. I think
crazy.
we have to do Spurs number 2.
No.
Number
Number
2.
two?
Okay.
Okay.
Spurs number 2. All right. Ain't no telling what number 1 is.
All right,
I'll be
number
mad
1.
if number 1. If I'm gonna be mad if the Spurs
number
one is
1
better than the best
This
one.
is gonna be bad. Hopefully not, though. Yes.
Of course, the
Your
Bulls.
Chicago Bulls,
Number
Of course, the
1.
Bulls.
Number
No,
1.
yeah, that one's easy. That
You
got
got
to
to make the Bulls number 1. I mean, you look at you got to see red. The whole court's red. All the stadium seats are going to be red, which I think is really
It
cool.
is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Everyone's
sea
gonna be
of
wearing
red.
shirts. Yeah, it's just gonna be all red. And I like kind of like the darker red color that you get over the center of the court. The Bulls logo being white, I think, is pretty
That
neat
is
too.
nice.
Yeah, that is
Because that's
cool.
usually red.
Yeah,
and so they
it's like
kinda
a
reversed it.
Yeah,
Is it going to be hard
And
to see
then-
the players, though?
That's a good question. I wonder
That
what color
is a good
jerseys they're
question.
gonna be
That's
wearing.
the thing too. I'm wondering. That's why I was talking about with the Suns. You know, what I'm saying it's purple. They might come out wearing purple. It might look
Yeah.
like a Boise State football game out there. So I wasn't sure.
The
But
Bulls
I
with
like
the
the
white.
Bulls,
so the
though.
Bulls with the white jerseys, I think, would be cool.
That's gonna look icy.
What about the
yeah.
Bulls with the black jerseys?
With the
black
black
the
jerseys.
red lettering,
They're
kind
gonna
of
be
like
scary. That's gonna be
yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Intimidating the opponent.
Yeah, no, I really like this. I think the Bulls number 1 works. The Chicago on the side, on the baseline, that's
Yeah.
kind of throwback to the Chicago Stadium. It's clean, it's fresh, it pops. I like it.
I like it
I
too.
think that's a
You
good
know,
list.
one more
solid
for
list.
fun. What would we do with this kind of court, guys?
Oh, that's number 1.
I'm dropping. That's number 1
That's
off
number
top.
1 for
That's
sure,
number
right?
1.
That's number 1. I
Easily.
apologize. People going to see games on that court. You're going to see our faces.
I'm shooting from the logo right there. I'm shooting from that logo. My face every time. It's the only place
it
I'm
looks
shooting.
like a bit of a smaller court too. That's all right. What are you going to do? All right, Evan, thank you. Great lists.
Oh yeah, look
I
at that.
think
Look at that court.
I'm glad we got the Bulls. I'm glad we got the Bulls as the last one. I think
No,
that was
me
the
too.
move. That was the move. All right, appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely appreciate it. Listen, don't forget, submit your videos. That's gonna do it for Points in the Paint this
Yep.
week. Make sure you stay tuned and you lock in with us for the
Follow
rest of the
us
season.
all on that as well.
There you go.